In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some very brutal lessons that I've learned from men. Yes, I've learned so many lessons from men. If there's one thing I'm going to appreciate men for, men are very good when it comes to relationships and dating. Men know how to date, and they know the game, and they play it so well. I recommend every woman to get a pen, to get a paper, and jot down these lessons. These lessons that I'm going to be exposing in this video, I learned them from men. In as much as it's a hard pill to swallow, we need to learn from these guys. They know the game.
One thing we should all learn from men as women is putting ourselves first. Yeah. A man will leave a woman with kids all because he's putting himself first. A man will choose to cheat on you all because he's putting his happiness first. Yeah. A man will lie to you all because he's protecting his peace. So in conclusion, as a woman, stop being selfless and start being a little bit more selfish. Yeah. Put yourself first, because men will always put themselves first, and don't feel guilty about it at all. As a woman, stop being selfless and start being a little bit more selfish.
I was about 22 years old having breakfast with my daddy at a restaurant when he asked me about my relationship, and I could feel myself about to cry. And I was like, well, Daddy, I want to break up with him, but he keeps making me feel like I'm the only person he has in the whole world. He said, and I quote, Shonda, if that boy had found somebody else, he would have left you in a second. Men will put themselves first, regardless of it being inconvenient, regardless of what all you've done for them. They will still do what's best for them. They don't care if you've moved cross country to be with them. They don't care if you've just had their baby. They don't care if you've just been diagnosed with cancer and you really could use their support. Women are always taught to sacrifice and put everything and everyone first, but never forget that your happiness matters. You're not gonna good deed your way into making him a better man than he already is. So I don't care if you were with him when he had nothing and now he has everything. I don't care if you supported him and let him live with you rent free. I don't care what you've done for him. It's not gonna make that man into a better man than he already is.
Something I've always liked about men that the entire world has hated about men is that if they're unhappy even for a day, they'll go cheat the same day. They don't care. They don't care about saving anything, okay? It could be your birthday. They will break up with you. Matter of fact, they'll aim to break up with you on your birthday because you pissed them off about something. Y'all got into an argument today, he's not coming home. Y'all got into an argument, all of a sudden he's at his friend's house. I've already decided that in my life, you can't control if someone you're with is a good person. You can't, right? And it's like, I see all these women having this discourse about like, well, I don't want to get married because I'm scared, because how about if I get married and he does me in the worst way? Like, you only want to get married once, I'm just going to live my life, and I'm just going to be with whoever makes me the happiest at the time. And if you want to play games like you don't care as soon as you give me the ring, I can go have an affair. Like I told you, you did something to hurt me and you want to act like you don't care. That's an affair. I'm going through postpartum depression after I just had your kids, and they wake up crying and I tell you that I already pumped and the milk is in the fridge and I just need you to wake up and take care of them, and you tell me to do it. That's an affair. You stop taking me out on dates, somebody else will be taking me out on dates. I've already set it up in my mind that when dealing with a straight man, nobody on this earth is going to stop me from enjoying my life. Okay? So that whole like, oh, well, I could just never leave him because of the kids. I might not. Either way, though, you're getting cheated on. And don't let me hear, leave your husband and come live with me and marry me. I'm the one that loves you. I will. That's the thing. Like, I will leave you mid-relationship and go be with a man I had an affair with. You know, like, the guilt doesn't eat me up the way it eats the rest of the girls up. The guilt affects me like it would a man. I don't care. And don't let him ask me, am I cheating? Because the answer is going to be yes. I'm not lying either. I'm not making any sacrifices that women always make that men never do. I'm not making any sacrifices. There's going to be comments under this video that are like, well, doesn't that make you just as bad as them? Shouldn't we not reflect bad behavior? Y'all are going to play the two-side thing. I don't care. Women are past the point of playing fair. I have not seen one woman win that way, playing fair. And it's not fair to only have that expectation for women. And this stems from the boys will be boys BS. I don't care. Every once in a while, you're gonna meet a woman just as shallow as you. Might not be that many of us, but we exist, I promise, because I'm here. So I know we do. it would start getting to a point where the man would stop asking me if I cheated because he would know the answer and he wouldn't want to hear it. I promise you. If I'm not getting treated like your number one priority, like we did not get married, like we were not joint as one under God, if I'm not getting treated like that and I'm not being considered in every decision made, there will be somebody else that will be considering me. I'm not going to solely and simply rely on my husband to consider me. There are other people out here that are not confused about you at all. All these sacrifices, all these things that women do to make the relationship work, no. You will end up leaving me because of how bad it is, okay? I'm not going to be the woman that got cheated on back to back to back while she stayed loyal and had babies and stays. So if you want a predicament where I stay, you better be on your P's and Q's with me. I am not an easy woman, and I'm not the type of woman you make a commitment to because she was there and you turned 35. Like, I could not care less. I will die alone. Are you kidding? If it's not what I want, I will go get what I want, and I don't care about paperwork. I don't. And if he leaves because of it, good for him. Go get a girl that's going to let you not give a damn about her and then still stay loyal. Go find one, because there's a lot of them, but every woman can't be like that. And it's bullshit that they expect every single woman to be like that. And when a woman isn't like that, she's the devil. I'll be that then. Thank you. That's it.
The male does not want you to see him as a predator. He wants you to believe that he's something that he's not. And then as he tricks you and run the game on you, then he wants to blame you for being dumb. He wants to blame you for being dumb. You should have chose better. Let me tell you something. You are in a no-win situation when you play with dudes. When you entertain dudes, you are in a no-win situation. So the only way to win is to disengage. The only way to win against a male is to disengage.
So I'm 26 and I feel like I've learned a lot from men in my 20s, and these are a few things that I have learned. Men are selfish, and they are selfish in a good way. They always prioritize themselves, whereas us women, we tend to put them first unintentionally. We can learn from that. An example would be, you've already got your day planned out and he's come unexpectedly and said, I want to see you. Now, your day is jam-packed and you can't fit anything else in. If that was a man in that position, they would say, oh babe, I can't do today. Whereas us women, we will try and fit him in. Prioritize yourself. If you're busy that day, you're busy. Give him an alternative day. 2, another thing I've learned about men is they don't stay and try to change a woman. If you're not up to par, if things are just not hitting, they're going to go and get another one. Girls, stop trying to change a man that doesn't want to change. If someone wants to change, it will be on their own accord. You can't force it. You can't make them. Get another one. The third thing I've learned about guys in my 20s is they don't date potential. I've realized that usually they go for who you are today, the type of person you are today. And I generally believe that girls can learn from that, because we must leave the shackles of potential and go for reality. Who is this person today? Is this someone I see myself with for the rest of my life? Is this someone I see raising my children? If he's disrespectful towards you in an argument, what are we really doing here? Why is that something you'll accept? Oh, he's going to change. Girl, the only thing he's going to change is that verbal abuse will one day become physical. Date his reality. Date who is showing you today. Yeah? Don't date for potential. Because that potential is a made-up story in your head. That is one thing that I've realized. And then you'll be disappointed. But, as always, this doesn't apply to all men. There's green flags out there, guys. There's good men out there sometimes. But these are things that I've learned.
Men are supposed to be the leaders. You teach us how to treat you. We're the mirror of you. When you use us, eventually we're going to start reflecting that back to you. You don't use us and you treat us like queens and goddesses and princesses and give us what we deserve, then that's what we're going to do to you. But since y'all been using us, we got to start back using you, because that's just That's just universal law. You know, that's cause and effect. That's polarity. If we don't start using you, something is wrong. Nature will be thrown off. You know what I'm saying? If you drop something and it doesn't hit the ground, something's wrong. If you slap something and no sound comes out, something is wrong. Every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect. Okay? So now it's time for y'all to see yourselves through us. We're going to be much worse because we're women. And y'all are men. The whole reason patriarchy became is because the power of a woman is very strong, because it reveals the weakness of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, in every biblical story, the woman is always blamed, right? So I'm feeling like the only good stories about women in the Bible are those who are submissive to their husbands and do A, B, C, and D. You know, that's the only positive light that women are shown in the Bible. And then you have the ones that are shown as evil. They didn't listen to their men. They betrayed men. They seduced men. They did this, and that, and they were cast out and taught to be feared or cast out, right? So men always knew the power of women and that they were a weakness. So now you're getting ready, like, yeah, we were like, yeah, we want to do right. We want true love. We want to be happy. We want a good family. We want a faithful man. We want this. We want that. And then all that stuff started not happening. Like, it started fading. No guys are like that. So why would you have faithful good women when there's no faithful good men? You know, we have to reflect you.
If only women knew how to date like men, they will gain a lot from relationships. One thing about men, they do not settle. Men do not settle for less. They don't lower their standards. They don't lower their standards to accommodate any woman. If a man isn't happy, he's going to leave you. He doesn't care if he's leaving you on your birthday. He does not care. Men put themselves first. They do what makes them happy. They prioritize themselves. And guess what? They don't care. When a man is unhappy in any situation or any relationship, he is going to leave. He doesn't stay in a relationship or in a situationship fighting to make it work. No. He's going to leave when he feels like it, and he's not going to feel guilty about it. But we women, we feel guilty about leaving men. We feel guilty about abandoning men. Sometimes we settle for less because we feel guilty. We don't want to hurt the guy's feelings. We don't want to break his heart. So we settle for less. But guess what? A man wouldn't settle for less.
Men never fucking settle. They never settle. When you go to acting crazy, when you go to acting a fool, when you go to asking for too much, when you go to doing too much, any little thing, a man will be up out of there. Men don't settle, and that's smart on their behalf. But women need to learn to stop settling. And the only way you're going to learn to not settle is to master your emotions. You got to move just like a man, or you're going to lose. Men will get the fuck on in 2.5, and in their mind, they know they got options. I don't know why women have in their head, oh my God, I'm this. Oh my God, I'm fat. Oh my God, I'm old. Oh my God, I'm this. Oh my God, I'm that. They put all of these scenarios in their head. Men don't move like that. They always know they got options. And that is how I want women to start moving. You do. You have a lot of options as a woman. You have so many options. So stop limiting yourself, because men don't settle. So therefore, you don't ever settle in your life.
The reason why women are not successful when dating is because we don't watch what men do. Men are the best teachers. Men never settle or reduce their standards to accommodate a woman. I say them when they contact me. If I say I've got women here who can be a good match for you, they'll say no, that's not what I'm looking for. This is what I want. They don't even reduce their standards to accommodate these women who I'll be having, let's say, I've profiled. They stick to say they want. It's only us women who say, as long as he loves me. And I'm like, Really? Why do we have to lower our standards? They are not lowering their standards to accommodate us, but we lower our standards to accommodate men who don't even deserve us. Why do we do that? Ladies, we need to stop. Take lessons from men. You don't know how to date? Watch a man. They only concentrate on things that benefit them. If it doesn't benefit them, they drift away. You have to do the same. Play the same game, you'll be very successful. Good luck.
I see and hear all my ladies in the comments lamenting how being with men and being in marriage isn't beneficial for us anymore. And I want you to thank your luck that you live in a time where men are this brutally honest about what really goes through their heads. You might think that this new batch of men is just horrible, but I assure you, your dad and grandpa's generations were likely worse by far. The only difference is that those men knew that those conversations are locker room talk or barbershop talk, and it's counterproductive to have those in front of women. It makes you unattractive. They were refined in that way, for lack of a better term. Now, these youngins, for some reason, lack that socialization, and not only do they think that they could say whatever they want and still remain attractive to women, but they also do get a kick out of hurting your feelings and bringing you back down to earth. But I say thank your luck that you live in today's world, because you are way better equipped to make informed decisions about the men you let into your life than your mother or grandmother ever was.
You would never see a man lowering his standards to be with a woman who he considers unattractive. But guess what? There are so many of us women who settle for men who are not attractive, who settle for men who aren't even up to our standard. But we settle for these men. Men do not settle. That's one thing I love about them. They do not settle. They are selfish. They are deliberately selfish, and they don't care. You cheat on a guy, he's going to leave you. You disrespect him, he's going to leave you. And most of them wouldn't leave you until they find someone else who is better than you, and they are going to leave you. He doesn't care if he's hurting you so long as it's making him happy. He just does not give a damn. But we women, on the other hand, we prioritize men. We sacrifice for men. We do things to please men. A man will only do something to please you if he's getting something out of it. If only we women were able to date like men, we are going to get so much out of relationships, and we won't end up hurt and feeling used at the end of the day. Once a guy sees an opportunity which is going to better his future, he's going to jump right into it. He doesn't care if he's hurting your feelings while doing it. He's going to do what makes him happy. He's going to make the decisions that benefits him the most. Men do not care. Why do we women have to settle? Why? We settle for men who are unattractive. We settle for men who are toxic. We settle for men who don't treat us right. We settle for men who give us the bare minimum. We settle for guys who we know aren't up to our standard. We do all these things because we are in love. But let me tell you guys something. If a man isn't happy, he doesn't care if he loves you, he is going to leave you. If you are not giving him what he deserves, he's going to leave you. Men do not have the time of the day to sit and tolerate bullshit from women. If you are not giving him what he expects from you, he is going to leave you for another woman. He's going to abandon you for another woman. When it comes to dating, we women, we are so emotional, we are delusional, and we are stupid. In as much as I have to say it, I just have to say it the way it is. We are emotional, we are delusional, and we are stupid. We are so stupid when we are in love with a guy, or when we want to be with a guy. And guess what? Most of these men, in as much as they love you, they are going to put themselves first, and they are going to think with their minds. They are logical and they are selfish. So they are going to take decisions that will benefit them the most. If a guy is in a relationship with you and his friends tell him, oh, your girlfriend is a hoe, your girlfriend smashed my homeboy, your girlfriend slept with this guy, your girlfriend dated this guy, guess what? He doesn't care if he loves you. He's going to pull back. He's going to withdraw his energy, withdraw his feelings, and he's going to let you go. But on the other hand, you're in a relationship with a guy who is probably a player, a toxic dude, a narcissist, a guy who has probably slept with all the girls in the streets. The minute your best friend or your homegirl tells you, this guy is a player, this guy is a dusty, this guy slept with this girl, my sister, my friend, she slept with my cousin, all of a sudden, you start beefing with your homegirl. You abandon your homegirl. You start talking about how they are jealous of your relationship just because they are trying to let you know who the guy you're dating truly is. because they are trying to expose him to you. You don't want him to be exposed, so you prefer to believe the beautiful lies than to accept the ugly truth about your man. You're hardly going to see a guy cut off his best friends, his family, his homeboys because of a girl or because of his girlfriend. But guess what? You women, you're going to cut off your best friend, your mom, your dad, your siblings because of a guy who isn't treating you right. You're willing to give a guy 5, 6, 7 chances in a relationship, but you're not able to give your best friend 1 chance because she did something wrong to you. There are women who are going to throw away 13, 15 to 20 years of friendship because their best friend did one bad thing to them. But they are dating men who have hurt them 1 million times, 1 billion times, who have hurt them uncountable times. These men have done horrible things to these women, and they are able to give these men 5 to 6 chances, 1 billion chances. But you can't give your best friend a second chance because she did something wrong to you, which can't even equate to 1/3 of what your man is doing to you. But you won't be able to give her a second chance. You call your best friend fake, you call your siblings fake, you call your family fake because they are trying to advise you against a man who isn't treating you right. But this man has been fake with you from the beginning. He's showing you all the signs, giving you all the red flags. But no, red is your favorite color. You don't want to see it because you're in love. And you're willing to cut off these people just because they don't want you to be with a guy who's treating you horribly. Just because they are trying to open your eyes, they are trying to advise you. They are trying to expose this dude for the narcissist, for the player, or for the toxic guy that he is. Because he isn't making you happy. Because they see how drained you are when you're with him. They try to talk to you, you don't want to listen. So you rather cut them off and stay in a toxic relationship with a guy who doesn't have your back. This is how a lot of us women are dull when it comes to dating and when it comes to relationships. Once his homeboys tell him you're a hoe, he's going to withdraw his energy. He's going to let you go. But when your friends tell you your man is a hoe, no. Your homegirls are jealous of your relationship. They don't want to see you happy, even if they have proof. You're willing to accept the beautiful lies from this man than to accept the ugly truth about him. That's how delusional we women are when it comes to dating. But men are not like that. They are intelligent, they are logical, they use their brains, put themselves first, they don't settle, they get into relationships that benefit them. They only date women who increase their value. They only date women who are up to standard. They don't lower their standards to be with any kind of woman. They don't lower their standards for unattractive women. When men want something from you, they are able to ask. Men are not scared to ask for your body. They are not scared to ask for sex. They are not scared to ask for anything from you. But there you are, scared to ask for your boyfriend for money. You're scared to ask for money from a man who is sleeping with you. You're scared to ask for money from a guy who you're giving your body to. You're scared to ask for the requirements of a girlfriend from this guy. But he is there, taking and taking and taking and using you. And you're there in that relationship like a dummy. We women, we need to be smart. So besties, I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. And I hope you guys love this video. Please don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe. Drop your thoughts, drop your experiences in the comment section. Drop so many other lessons that you've learned from men when it comes to relationships, and I'm going to be so grateful. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.